It's an Epcot day for a Ducktales adventure. Hey everyone, it's Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to another live broadcast from the Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. It is a marathon weekend and a busy Saturday coming into Epcot. A lot of folks are streaming in now that the ropes have dropped. 61 degrees, so a little bit chilly, but actually good running weather on the way up to 65. Gray, some rain earlier today, but it is a nice day and an exciting day because we have a very special guest, a runner, and just a good guy overall. Topher's here. Hi, Topher.
Hey, I'm here. I am still upright now. Herb said, hey, that's great. You're still upright. Check in on me about 6 o'clock tonight, and we'll see how that goes. But I am still here at the moment. It was a little wet in the corrals before the race, but the rain stopped before the race started. We made it.
Congratulations.
For the 6th consecutive half marathon, I will not be winning any good job pacing yourself awards after being quite fast at the beginning and quite not fast at the end. But
I think the idea behind a Disney race, even though I haven't done one, is just to enjoy the experience along the way. Do you think so?
Absolutely. Lots of characters, bands, TV screens with Winnie the Pooh and so forth. Interestingly, my timing was such that a number of the musical stations were playing the Bare Necessities as I ran by, so it kind of felt like 13 miles of the Bare Necessities.
Yeah, that's your theme song now, right?
It is for today. It is for today. My sister is here running Dopey, which, if people are not familiar with that means she ran a 5K on Thursday, the 10K yesterday, the half marathon today, and we'll come back and run the full marathon tomorrow. Which there are thousands of people who think that sounds like a good idea. I am not one of them. I will be there to
applaud. Yeah. I think Dopey is an apt name for that series of race events. So
those people are so dedicated. The amount of training that goes into doing that.
Yeah, it takes some serious preparation to be able to survive.
Well, quite a few runners here today at Rope Drop. We heard the cast members telling them not to run. Walk. That is not a walk. But.
Which is hard to do on any day, but especially on a day when the park is filled with racers and tell them not to run.
Exactly.
So,
You just don't feel the medals clinking along.
Yeah. All right, well, shall we go for a stroll?
Should.
Okay.
We should.
Lots of people are saying hello to you.
Oh, good. Well, hello to them.
Ted says, great job, Topher. Kate says, go, Topher.
People will have noticed that we did not hook up microphones to ourselves this time like last time I was here, mainly because when we then walked through the crowd, we had a tendency to clothesline people because they were strapped together, so this is a much better idea.
So I hope everyone can still hear Topher pretty well. Let me know how the audio is. Keith, good morning to you. Snowy Maryland. I usually say happy to send you some Florida sunshine, but we don't really have much sunshine today. But I'll send you some warmer temperatures. Pat says she's going to be here on March 19th. Sharon from Chile, New Jersey. I've heard that the Northeast has been very, very cold. Susan, good morning. Nice to see you. So Topher, when did you come into Orlando?
About 4.5 hours later than I intended to, thanks to the airline. But that was Thursday night.
Thursday night, okay.
Yeah, so I got down here Thursday night, picked up the bib yesterday, and got ready to run. So hit Epcot for a little while yesterday, and then Hollywood Studios for a little while last night. But trying to not take too many steps the day before running a half marathon, which of course utterly failed, and I took 25,000 steps. But
my gosh,
that's the way it goes.
So you already had run a half marathon before you started your half marathon.
It's a very slow one, yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess your feet were warmed up.
There you go.
Everyone is saying the sound is good, loud and clear. That is great. Sometimes technology gives us a break. We'll take it. So Topher, what's the idea for today?
Well, I have multiple surprises, some of which you don't even know about. But what Herb and I thought we would try for fun. There is an app known as Play Disney that sometimes people will download that kind of figures out where you are in the parks and so forth. And it has a Ducktales themed game that you can play at Epcot. It normally would not work for her because you need another phone to play it, but I'm here with another phone. So we're thinking that we're going to mosey over to World Showcase and pick out a country and see if we can help Scrooge McDuck solve a mystery. I want to give a warning here, though. The old version of this game, there's actually been multiple versions, but the previous version was themed around Phineas and Ferb. My sister is a doctor, and between the two of us, we played this game, which the target market, I would say, is probably 8-year-olds. And we had to push the hint button in England. So goal number 1 is to solve the mystery. Goal number 2 is to get through this game for children without needing a hint. But they are available. But fortunately, we've got, a few hundred people out there who hopefully can help us.
So maybe someone can give us a hint if we get stuck. I remember playing the old Agent P game. I think that may have even been in the days where they gave you a device.
Yeah, you had to get the communicator.
Yeah. So new technology, but similar idea, right? You solve mysteries?
Yes.
Okay.
And if it works, you can trigger a few little effects and things. I went and demoed it yesterday in the Mexico version. And you can make stuff happen inside the pyramid that people around would have no idea that you're the one causing it. That, for instance, the volcano back by the back pyramid past the restaurant will erupt. And they got no idea, if you're just sitting there eating, that's because some kid is out there pushing buttons on his phone, making the volcano erupt.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's a fun thing to do. And so, choices of countries, what do you think options would be for us?
Well, they are not all available. There are 6 in here. This is actually a good test to see whether you can get that on the screen. But those are your choices. You see my nice little star there for success in Mexico.
Okay. Germany, France, Japan, Norway, United Kingdom, and accomplishment in Mexico.
Yes.
So
Throw it out there to the voters, see what they think.
Okay. Vicky, Georgia Peach, hello. So everyone can let us know of that list of countries, which one is of interest to you. We are headed back that way for the Ducktales. I guess it's called the World Showcase Adventure, if I'm getting the nomenclature right.
It's the Adventure, Share.
Okay, all right.
There were a lot of adventure puns in Mexico.
Okay, so let us know. Gerald says Singing Steins in Germany. Okay, that sounds like that could be fun. Lisa had some snow, 2 inches in Chicago. Yikes. Hope you've got unburied from that. Maria says, what is it that we're talking about? So we were talking about... That's a good question.
Just put that on cut and paste for the rest of the day.
It's going to be hard enough. So there is an interactive game, not an attraction exactly, but interactive game in World Showcase where you can use your phone and the Disney... Was My Disney Experience?
No, it's not.
The Play Disney.
That's where it gets confusing.
It's
Play Disney. It's a different Disney app. It's still run by Disney, but it is Play Disney.
Okay, so you use the app, you go into the countries in World Showcase, you solve little riddles, maybe something happens in your environment, and you try to win that way. I guess that's the idea, more or less?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Tell you what, we're in kind of a quiet area here. Is anyone out there prompting you to do anything that happens from time to time?
Well, I have not seen that yet, but it's possible. What sort of prompt might that be?
Well, I have my shirt on.
Nice.
I have the famous shameless plug shirt on. But I am also a member of hey, everyone can have my address, apparently. I am a member of the Pin of the Month Club, and I thought that for folks who wonder, what is it? Maybe we could open one of these packages that you get once a month on the air and show them.
What?
Unfortunately, I can't remember. There are 3 tiers, right, to the program, and I couldn't tell you which one I'm in. I think maybe I'm in the middle.
Okay.
But what there's going to be in here, for me, is a pin, a postcard, and a sticker. Our family, of course, has to make everything into a competition, so we first attempt to guess what will be in the package. And we are never right. It's the silliest competition ever, but I think my sister is tuned in, so she should be logging her guesses. I am going to go with, let's see, I'm going to go with a Moana sticker, I'm going to go with a Peter Pan postcard, and a Pluto pin.
Those are
you
all...
probably have some idea, but...
those are viable guesses, I will give you that.
Okay, so Herb buys mailers from the International Glue Olympics Company that are nearly impossible to open. I doubt you run into too much trouble with the Postal Service with these things.
Didn't know you knew about my vendors, but yeah, that's true.
This is half of the challenge. All right.
Yeah, I know. It takes a little bit of ripping, right?
So
it's like Christmas morning.
So for whatever tier I'm on, here we go. We start with a sticker from Wish.
Oh, yes. Okay. Not Moana, but still good.
All right. Postcard. Oh boy, you're gonna have to tell me what this is. Oh,
that's Big Hero 6, I believe.
It is.
Yeah.
And if you look on the back, you get your little personal greeting from her. wishing me an amazing 2025.
No, I do hope you have a good 2025.
I'm off to an 0 for 2 start, which is standard. And that is not Pluto. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, it's a baby Donald.
It is. It is.
It just screams cute, doesn't it?
How about that? So other than the fact that it's upside down on the pin backer. But so anyway, if anyone was wondering what that Pin of the Month club that gets shamelessly plugged ad nauseum, that's what it is.
Now you know. Thanks for bringing that along, Topher. And for controlling yourself and not opening it before the time was here. So
had to make a mental note because my shipment came right around January 2nd or 3rd. I'm like, okay, no. When that shows up in the box, take it to Florida.
Alicia says, got to be a pin with one of the Fab Five. That happens. That happens. Doesn't always happen, but that does happen.
I would say, what do you think, 50%?
Yeah, I would say.
Probably.
Probably a good guess. Just sort of depends on what I'm able to collect along the way.
But a tremendous variety. Because I've been doing it for, 4 or 5 years now.
Long time.
And, I mean, not only no repeats, but all kinds of stuff. And so, you might get Star Wars one month and a Christmas wreath that is also a hidden Mickey the next month.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, if you're playing our game, you want to guess around a holiday that might be in the area.
Yes,
you might
true.
get something holiday, Halloween themed on your October shipment.
Yep, exactly. Christmas in December, something 2025 in January. Not to give anything away, but that sometimes happens. Someone said that was the best shameless plug ever, Topher. So you win the award for the best shameless plug ever.
Go.
Even though I've done thousands of them.
There we go.
You do one and you get the best one. So it's only fair. It's only fair.
Do they know you pin shopping around here? If you come into the store, do they scatter behind the register?
There are a few people I think have pegged me, yes. Especially at the pin shop up at the front. There's a particular person or two that I've come to know. So it's okay. Tracy says not busy here yet. I wonder if, well, first off, the park just opened today, yes. But there are a lot of folks who are probably still out on the race track, I would assume, or are hobbling away from the race.
Yeah, race should just be finishing up for the half marathon, but you've got all those people who are back at their room, taking a shower, getting out of wet clothes, all that type of stuff.
Massaging their legs.
Yeah. I remember coming here on half marathon day to Epcot in 2022, I think, and absolutely having our run of the place for maybe an hour and a half or so before the crowds arrive. And it'll be an even more dramatic effect tomorrow with the full marathon, which still draws 20,000 people or something like that will run. So effectively, if you scatter across Walt Disney World and remove 20,000 park guests from the normal rope drop load, it's a great day to be in the parks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
or a great day to cheer on your sister. Let's be clear.
Your sister who's doing some dopey stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. I know this is generally a quieter time of the year, right after everyone has gone home for Christmas, but Marathon sure brings lots of folks in. So is there a after-run party tonight?
No. So Run Disney, some of the other race weekends, actually has a coordinated party, I think usually in Epcot. I've never actually gone to it. But not for marathon weekend. I think because of the logistics of running that fourth race, that they've just tapped their people out on so much other stuff. The other 3 race weekends of the year, Wine and Dine in October, November, Princess at the end of February, and then the Springtime Surprise in April. Those are 3 race weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Marathon weekend, this one's always Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So
those other ones maybe do have the events, but this one doesn't?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
So I know that there's been some changes to the full marathon course, which finishes in Epcot, and then the actual finish line is out in the parking lot. But they used to finish with a loop around World Showcase, and I don't remember exactly what the change is, but a number of people were disappointed because apparently they would like to stop in Mexico and pick up a margarita while finishing their marathon.
What could go wrong?
Exactly.
What could possibly go wrong?
You're at least close to the finish line, I suppose. But I remember seeing that. I can't get my margarita. I'm like, well, might be your best.
You do need hydration, so
Well, you make a good point.
yeah, and it's got some carbs that you might need to help finish with energy.
Probably some electrolytes in there. You got salt. Yeah, that prevents cramping.
This is becoming a better and better idea as we talk about it more. Kate said, "Good luck to Stephanie, your sister." I did the Stephanie part. Alan says, "Can't believe how empty it looks." Yes, it is kind of surprisingly empty, but that will probably change in the next few hours. Shelley says, Wine and Dine has a party on Saturday night in Epcot. Okay, that sounds like a good time.
That sounds right, yeah. And that obviously is a good fit with the Wine and Dine theming.
Yeah. Michael says, tequila and marathoners, a perfect combination. One that I had never actually considered putting together before myself, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing that on like Boylston Street in Boston.
No,
Coming up to the finish line there, the margarita stand.
Stephanie said hello.
Oh, good.
Something that went by too fast. So.
Well, that's much like real life. With 2 doctorates, most things that she say go by too fast for me.
Record it and slow down. Lori says, what is the temperature today? It's 61 on the way up to 65. It was pretty chilly here the past few days, so I don't know, I think maybe the runners caught a break. It could have been colder.
Yeah, so interestingly, the overnight low was actually warmer at 5 in the morning. It was about 63 at that point. And most runners are okay down to maybe 50. That's pretty comfortable once you get running. It's not so great for standing around before the race.
Especially if it's a little moist.
Yeah. I think most people will not mind that tomorrow. Oh, welcome to Frozen Ever After.
Yeah, that's quite a line. It doesn't normally stretch out this far, so that is interesting.
Sometimes you'll see that early in the day because the queue hasn't filled in yet, but by 10:20, that's a little surprising.
Yeah. Maybe they haven't opened up yet, or maybe there's a delay in the opening.
Could be.
So do you think we should make a first stop in Japan? I saw a lot of votes from many different countries before.
Okay.
I didn't really see a consensus on a certain one.
We can give Japan a try.
Okay.
We'll probably be a little bit quieter back there, so because there's no ride attraction.
Lori says we're a great team. So I appreciate your being here, Topher. That just means you need to come down every Saturday.
Okay.
Hopefully you've got that line in your budget.
We can expense that, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we're going to give this a try.
Heather asked what the wait time was for
except for the fact that the intrepid team looking for Japan has walked into China.
Oh, wrong country.
Let's just keep going now.
All right.
Please forgive us for that small international faux pas.
We were in the right continent, but just not the right country. Okay, we're marching forward.
It takes a lot of focus to do this.
The fact that I can walk and talk at the same time is nothing short of a miracle. So I do see Germany is over here to our right. That might be a good first stop. Janet's voting for Japan. Susan's just voting for egg rolls. So, Susan, I'm with you. That sounds like a good plan. Alicia says Japan or Canada. Was Canada on our list?
Canada does not have one.
Does not have one.
We'd be finished very quickly.
Okay. Beryl says Frozen is a 60-minute standby wait. Thanks, Beryl.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Gerald said the same. And Carol says, hello to you, Topher.
Oh, hello, Carol.
Iona has some coffee. That sounds like a good thing for a day like today.
Who would you consider the OGs of World of Walt fans? What names do you recognize that have been commenting out there for years and years? Because there are names that I pick up week in, week out when I'm watching. And like, okay, so, like Susan.
Susan, yeah. Susan has been a staple in the World of Walt broadcasts. And Susan, it's always good to see you in the South Florida area. There's HR from California. I see Iona quite a bit. I see Vicky the Georgia Peach quite a bit. Which the name's got, like a little snappiness to it. I like it. It's very memorable.
You got to mention Tim Peterson.
Tim Peterson, yeah. Sometimes he's away with family athletic events, but he has been a long-term supporter as well. All right, Jody's voting for Germany, which is a wonderful thing to do because
So let's make
Germany's
sure we're
right here.
in Germany before.
So, architectural quiz to everybody. Does this look like Germany to you? To me, red roofs. Yeah. I don't know how else you describe this style, but
Bavarian, right?
there you go. So Robert said that you sound a little bit like Roger Rabbit, and I assume that's a compliment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am staying at Pop Century, and the building that I'm in has Roger Rabbit out front.
Well, there
So,
you go. There you go. Janet asked for a countdown calendar plug. What do you think of that?
Hey, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Okay, you can always head over to magicalcountdown.com to order your very own paper-based countdown calendar to count down the number of days until your next Disney World trip, up to 365, with fun tips and games along the way. I got a box of those in my closet that are waiting
Yes.
for people to make purchases.
Yes, exactly. All right, well, let's see what we get here if we try this out. Crank the volume up on the phone. Although, frankly, you may not need that. All right, we're going to begin. We're loading. Maybe.
It's thinking. Wesley, hello to you. Lori says, when does everything open? It looks quiet. I think some of the shops I can see are open. So the merchandise shop over to our right is open.
There we are. All right, we're there. So we hit OK.
So we have traveled to Germany. Dusseldorf.
Insanely powerful. So who knows what kind of villain could be lurking about? Don't worry, it's way too early in the adventure for the showdown we made. What? Or not? An artifact that can control time itself gone fucking. I wasted so much time ranting about defeating you before I strike. But if I do the whole thing backwards and strike first, I win. And I'll have so much more time to gloat later. So while you lot were busy, I don't know, hugging or getting along or something over the Alps, I collected the various mystical bolts required to power the timepiece, which I used to lock you in a time trap, which happened just a second ago, or could be happening right now. Time travel. Anyway, I've defeated you. Wretched oaf! You've scattered the timepiece's mystical energies all over town! Along with the rest of the family! According to Shush Chrono Protocol, unbound time energy can trap people until the energy is transferred to a time totem. Do you know what this means? No. It means if we can free our family from these time anomalies and capture that time energy, we can use it to reclaim the timepiece. Not if I get to them first! With our family gone, we're gonna need
We should get something to do here soon.
This is quite an introduction.
Well, technically with time travel, no time! Again, technically...
Move away from your current location to avoid suspicion.
Oh boy. Well, we are suspicious. looking.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, adventure! This task is especially
Oh, good. We picked the hard one.
yodeling.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That'll be your job.
It involves dewy yodeling. Oh, heavens, no. Endlessly.
Perhaps we can skip past this a little bit.
Can't take it anymore either.
Okay, so we need to go to that shop.
Yes. The Volkswagen shop. Okay.
Yes, all right. So where is that?
So it's got, are those tables in the front?
Does look like a small table in the front.
So I wonder if this is it on either the right or the left.
Aha.
Is it?
On your right.
Oh, yes. Okay. So
Okay. So now we are to press OK.
all right.
According to the app, the anomaly transported him here, which
Look at the plaque on the Stein display case. What does the caption say?
Stein display case. So I assume that's inside the shop?
Probably so.
Okay.
We're going to take a look.
Haven't been Stein shopping recently. There's a big selection of cuckoo clocks.
Here's some Steins.
Ah, I do see the sign. The Stein displays Stein. Traditional German Steins. Stein is a shortened form of the German word Steinkrug. Stein means stone or earthenware, and Krug means mug. Okay.
Alright, so which of those?
Look at the plaque on the Stein display case. What does the caption say?
Okay, so the top says traditional German Steins. So we'll tap that. Find this Stein display, and then press OK.
Isn't that this one?
Yes.
Okay.
So now we're going to hit OK, and hopefully something will happen.
Let's see. That was fun.
You drove the magic into the Steins and freed Dewey. Great work, adventurer. I said stop the yodeling, not spread the yodeling.
All right, now we can move it along.
All right. Stephanie says that the song was amazing. I agree. That was fun. It's like our own personal serenade.
So there are probably like 3 more parts to this,
Okay.
which we can continue, or if people are bored, we could do something else.
I'm getting some pretty good feedback on this. People are saying it's cute, it's fun.
All right, well,
Actually, I don't believe I have ever seen those singing Steins before.
I've detected a chronal spike that may be amplifying the timepiece's energy. The good news is I've managed to pinpoint it to the clock tower in town. Fantastic, lad. The bad news is that I can't get inside. And the worst news is I'm very high up and terrified of heights. Help! Best head over to the town square and help him out, adventurer.
okay. So that's over this way.
Okay.
Find the flower box.
A lot of people are saying they really like this. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, well, there you go.
Gerald says he remembers that from the Agent PJs.
Yep.
Imagine some of the stuff was
Yep,
reused.
and apparently it was Kim Possible before that.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Back in the day. Buffy says, so fun, keep going.
All right. So find the flower box.
Flower box.
So there's the beer garden.
Yeah. See flower boxes up there.
Stand next to this lamp post by the wine cellar. That's this one,
Okay.
I believe. Move the bench. Press OK. Could be that one too. So we'll keep an eye on both.
Okay.
Look toward the
Something
look towards the
in
crystal shop.
Crystal shop.
Oh, right, that's right next to us. What do we see alongside the window nearest us? So, and here we go.
All right.
There's your choices.
What do you see alongside the window nearest you? A drain pipe, a knotted rope, a strand of ivy, or a string of Bavarian flags?
All right, so put the camera on there. Over here, where's Waldo? How about that drain pipe right there?
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm voting for that.
Let's hope.
There must be some way to use your telephonic contraption to crack into that accursed clock. I know, lasers. I upgraded your app adventure.
Aren't you glad you decided to sit at this table
Slice
today?
the laser through the locks, and I'll climb inside.
All right, look up at the windows above the Oktoberfest sign. Where's the
I assume that. Oh, up here, right?
Okay.
Looks like that one window's cracked open a little bit. Oh, I see a light.
Presumably that is someone. Whoa!
Oh, and the window's open. Hey, Dewey.
Okay,
So
I think that's
Dewey
it.
came out to say hi and just
Ah,
turned
yes,
right
we've been-
around and left.
Yes, we've been told to leave our location before we get spotted.
Okay.
Which I'm sure our friend is very glad.
Thank you.
Race cars and airplanes are also acceptable answers. We should be able to sneak.
So that was fun.
Heads up, adventure. It seems I have a message from Louie from a week ago. Hey guys, it's me. Just a heads up, I got blasted back to last week. We'll save you, lad. Where are you? I'm assuming Uncle Scrooge just asked where I am, and I very much went home. You what? Yep, I got blasted back a week and found the time energy was animating a clockwork army uprising, so I said, oh boy, as is my nature, and I bailed on the adventure. Feels like a real tomorrow Louie problem to me. See here, lad, you will march right back to the present and deal with this adventure like the rest of us. What's that? Sorry, I can't hear your complaining here in the past. Too bad time is linear. Okay, I'm sure you got this. All right, bye. We've got to find the spot where Louie abandoned everything, fix the time rift, and kickstart this adventure back into gear.
Outdoor train.
train.
Okay, that's over this way. On the edge of town and press OK.
All right, off to the train.
A lot of people are saying this is a lot of fun. They're going to have to try it on their next trip. That's what Barbie said.
Yep, so 6 different countries worth, and they're all similar like this, that you go around and trigger a couple of fun things.
Okay. So Peggy was asking if you have an iPhone or an Android.
This is an iPhone, but,
an
but it
iPhone.
would work either way.
It's okay either way. All right, good. People were asking that. Okay, train is straight ahead. A little bit windy.
All right, we've been told to locate the model of the clock tower building and find out how many windows are on one side.
Clock tower.
This train set is cool in and of itself.
It is very cool. Well, oh, look, the
Oh, dear.
smokestack kind of took a
Oh,
took a
dear.
rest.
Not
Oh
good.
boy,
We're in Germany, so OSHA doesn't have jurisdiction.
that's true. That's true. All right, clock tower. That looks like a lighthouse.
I think we're looking right here.
Oh yes, okay. And the question is, how many windows on the side?
One side, which presumably on the front.
On the front. Okay,
Well, it
so
doesn't say that, but that's my guess.
looks like 3 over here on the left. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I would
On
say
the front.
4 on the front, which, well, of course the question, where does everybody think that arrow is pointing? Is that at the side, or is that at the front?
Locate the model of the clock tower and how many windows are on one side. Yeah, that's a good question. Well, it's either 3 or 4, I think. So
Not only are we going to go to the wrong country, we're going to get this wrong.
counting to 3 or 4 is not as easy as it sounds. So I guess are there 3 on that side as well?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess it depends on whether or not that arrow is pointing to the
Can
side
we take a
of the
vote
building.
so this won't be our fault when we get it wrong? See what people say.
All right. So are people going to vote for 3 windows or 4 windows?
Front of the building has 4, the side of the building has 3, and the arrow was pointing sort of at the front and the side of the building.
So it may take a second for people to come through with their guesses.
Right, yeah, we've got a little buffering going on.
Janet asks, is it Disney Experience or the separate app? So it is a separate app. This
Play
is a
Disney.
Play Disney Experience. So not part of the My Disney Experience. Okay, Shelley is voting for the side. Stephanie, who we should pay attention to, is voting for 3 on the side.
Oh, yes, because we'll blame her if it's wrong.
Sue is voting for 4. Susan for 3. Jane for 3. Stephanie says most people think it's a side.
All right.
Barbara as well. I'm
All
going to
right.
vote for 3 on the side.
All right, let's go. Find the clock tower at the center of the village. Press OK. Good guessing, everyone.
Good guess. That is a loud clock tower with a little bit of lighting effects too. That was fun.
And in case, if anyone is playing along, there is a button where you can do it again if you thought that was cool.
Okay.
So you can hit the button.
So I'm not sure how well that's showing up on the video, but the clock itself at the top of the tower is sort of flashing with a light behind it.
Time back in order. Bring Louie back and restart
zombies.
All right. It says leave before the zombies get you.
Oh, okay. Get out of here.
I think we'll have one more.
Okay.
All right, adventure. Each of the time totems / charming German souvenirs we collected contains powerful time energies. If we can funnel them all through the town's glockenspiel, we can overload the timepiece and temporarily disable it. You mean the glockenspiel Magica is currently guarding? At the sound of the tone, the time will be the hour of your doom. We'll need something to distract her. Some kind of decoy or bait. Obviously, Uncle Donald. Perfect.
All right, back. I think that's back where we were.
Back where we were. Okay. It's always good to sacrifice your family members
Yes.
if you need somebody.
Well,
so.
Donald seems appropriate for that. I mean, baby Donald was on the pin, so.
This is true. We know he survived to adulthood.
Well, except that maybe it was time travel to go back to the. To
This
the
is
baby
true.
down. I don't
This
know.
is true. Buster says, "What's the name of this game again?"
So this is good question. Ducktales. I think it's Ducktales Adventure, ADVENSHARE, but it's within the Play Disney app. There's all kinds of other stuff too,
Gotcha.
but there are 6 countries in World Showcase where you can play this.
And we're getting a good tour of Germany here.
Poor lady is still at the table. At least she
Yeah.
has some friends now.
She hasn't pointed to
which
us
she
yet.
can that she can make fun of us too.
Those are the guys who were videotaping me.
Yes. Okay.
Security.
All right. All right. Stand at this window in front of the shop. Oh, so the window's open. All right. So we'll press OK. Look at the stained glass window. What is the man holding in his right hand?
His right hand.
Left
So,
and right here.
yeah. So to me, it looks like what, a hammer?
That's what I would do.
Okay.
We have choices of a hammer, a chisel, a stein, or a piece of paper.
Okay.
So I feel pretty good about the hammer this time.
Me too. Let's go for the hammer.
All right, adventurer. I'll rig up the glockenspiel. You wait for my signal. Donald, get on.
The Subpaw nephew who somehow temporarily foiled my plans to control all of time has come to face his destiny. Tremble, that I shall steal your soul and bury it deep in the fires of Vesuvius. Despair as I crush all hope. Wonder why I just keep rambling instead of destroying you already. What is happening?
You said earlier that you were going to attack first and then give a villainous rant. You never did the rant part, so the time energies must be holding you to your promise.
What? No! You'll pay for this. With every last ounce of hatred, I shall eventually stop talking and actually attack!
We are ready. Adventurer, activate the glockenspiel.
So,
Okay, so
press OK to activate the app spell and funnel the time energies through Glockenspiel. So Glockenspiel's up here, right?
yeah. All right, here we go.
All right. Let's see if we get a good look here.
Look up the glockenspiel.
Oh, over here.
Oh. I don't know if people can hear that, but it is playing music.
Yeah. It's Donald and a little doll chasing him with a hammer. Ah, never seen that before.
Going, adventurer. You fixed the time stream, reclaimed the timepiece, and got rid of Magica. Another villain vanquished and another lost artifact in the books.
Now we just have to unfreeze Donald and move on to the next adventure.
About time. Oh, I see what you did there.
All right, so we've won.
Ta-da!
Time champion.
Oh, that's pretty good, huh?
All right.
Michael says that he misses Doofenshmirtz, which I just missed the name Doofenshmirtz
Yes.
because that was one of the best names ever. So there were 4 different adventures here. Each one had a little puzzle to answer, and then a physical effect that you got to see when you got things right.
3 of which we were able to get right on our own, and 1 of which where we had to ask the audience.
It's okay to phone a friend. It's just part of the process. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Carla said it was cool. Sue gives it a yay. Marty is mentioning there's hardly anyone here. This does seem pretty desolate.
It is really quiet back here.
Yeah.
Combo of the morning and cold and cloudy by Florida standards.
Yeah. Everyone who's a Florida resident.
If you're here, you're looking for an indoor ride at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Tim, hello to you. Thanks for being here on the broadcast. Tammy says was cool. Thanks, Tammy. I think so too. Jeff says very cool. Doing it on the next trip. Jody is reminding everyone it is the Play Disney app. What if we switch sides? Turn this way.
Shield the wind a little bit.
Thank you. That's what I need you to do, is use your body as a human shield for me, so it's not so windy. Cindy said, very fun. Elmer says, super, must fun. All right, so Italy is not a choice on the list, right?
It is not.
Okay. So we have Italy, we have the American Adventure. I don't think the American Adventure was an option either, huh?
No. Up ahead of us, we would still have Japan for real, and France, and over to the UK.
Okay, so would it be Japan or the other Japan? It would be the real Japan. All right. So Japan is definitely going to be closer. So maybe we should stop and see that.
We can do that if people want to do another one.
Okay.
What we can do is we can skip past a bit of the storyline.
Oh, yes.
And just do the fun stuff.
The interactions were longer than I would have expected.
Yeah.
Like, my attention span, I don't know if it's going to wait through all of those. Although the story is a little bit fun, and the characters, it's fun to hear them. I love their dialogue. They always have very unique ways of speaking. Larry said it was a fun game. Paul says it looks cold. I would call this cold.
Paul, you are right.
61 degrees. A little bit windy. A little bit gray. Cold, windy, and gray are normally not words you use to describe this part of Florida. But today, that's what we got. Jody appreciates Topher showing us this. I do too.
Well, I tell you what, I told you that I had a couple of surprises, one of which you didn't know about.
Uh-oh.
So before we move on to Japan,
Okay.
Let's pull off to the side of the road.
All right, don't want to block traffic.
Over the past, what would you say, year and a half, the people have constantly been clamoring for bucket hats because Herb is always here in a bucket hat.
That's true.
So, Herb has nothing to do with this. He doesn't even know I'm springing this. This is something I found. I got a guy, and I found some clearance bucket hats.
Really?
Okay. We've placed an order. The plan was for them to be here now. They are arriving at my house in Michigan today. Figures. But if you take a look right here, we have designed the world's first World of Walt bucket hat.
Check that out.
Complete with the castle wearing its own bucket hat. Here's the plan.
That's fun.
I've got an order placed. I've taken a guess as to how many people might actually want something like this.
2?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you are interested, if I could get this to turn, you can email info@worldofwalt.com. We're just going to sell these at cost. We're not trying to make any money on this. I would like to clear out what I've spent, but that's all I'm trying to do. I believe that we can do it for $20, including shipping.
Including
so
shipping.
$20. So email Herb if you would like one. If you would like more than one, note that in the email. However, everybody's going to get one first, and then if we got extras, you might be able to get more than one. But there's a bit of guesswork. We don't have inventory control here. The beauty of the t-shirts is that they are print on demand.
Yeah.
So they just print one when you want one. This we had to order. So if you're interested, info@worldofwalt.com. We'll process that this week and next week, so you can make another announcement if somebody isn't here this week.
Sure.
And then figure out where we stand. I will then email you with information to PayPal me or Venmo or something like that, just to get it taken care of. And then I'll send them to you because they're back at my house. But for the people, namely John Desmond, who has been clamoring for bucket hats since the beginning of time, not counting the time travel on that previous deal, The World of Walt bucket hat finally exists. So
Wow.
that's your surprise.
I am impressed. So a number of people have said they are going to email. This was a surprise to me. I honestly did not ever foresee the.
Yeah, you
bucket
told me
hat
you
thing
told me
coming.
not to do it, which is why I had to
you
order
do
it
it.
first.
Yeah. Elmer says he wants one. Thank you, Topher. Yeah, that one's all Topher. So Topher, thanks for doing that work. I appreciate it.
And so a shout out to a guy by the name of Rick Cunningham in Michigan, who is the artist who did that little logo
Okay.
for us. He's the illustrator that I had worked with and have worked with in the past.
Oh, okay. For the books you've done?
Yes.
Good.
And so I sent him. I said, "Hey, can you put a bucket hat on a castle that looks like you might find it at a Florida theme park?"
Without infringing on any intellectual property rights. Yes.
Exactly.
Well, he did a very nice job. Because who's ever seen a castle wearing a bucket hat,
Well,
right?
trying to describe that concept is a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because Rick has dealt with me before, he didn't just write back and say, "Oh, lose this email address."
Sounds like he's a good sport. And a
Yes.
very creative person.
Very much so. He actually spends about half the year down in Florida at Punta Gorda, I believe.
Okay. I think the snowbirds have the best of it. They can escape to the north for the hot summer, and they can come to the south for the not so chilly winter.
When did you move down here? Because we know you've got ties to Cincinnati and went to school back then. And
Yeah, so I was born in South Florida, and I moved to the north when I was a kid, and I came back here around 2006. So almost 20 years,
okay.
which, gosh, time flies. Okay, so Japan.
All right. Hang on a second.
Bruce is voting for the hat. Antoinette asks if it is chilly. I would say the answer is yes. Buster already sent an email. Thank you, Buster.
All right, everybody look around, figure out where we might be going.
All right, so welcome to Japan.
We'll begin. We'll do some loading.
All right, adventurers, meet us in Japan. All right, adventurer, we're here in Japan, looking for the illustrated.
Everybody read fast. Oh. Sorry, I skipped more than I thought I was going to.
Perhaps if we can use the app to harness the elements of the temple, we can slow that blasted contraption long enough to shut it down.
Luckily, we have our own robot expert, right, Fenton?
Oh, I wouldn't say expert. I have a passing interest in biomechanical auto-intelligent cybernetics.
Also, your gizmo duck.
Do we? Secret identity? We literally all know. Very well. If you and the adventurer can keep Robo Webby from delivering the scroll, I should be able to analyze your weaknesses.
Look out! There she is!
I've literally been standing here the whole time.
All right. Onward.
Move away from your location so as not to be even more
So as
suspicious.
to not annoy anyone.
Why are we wasting time, adventurer? Robots hate water. We flood the place, sparky short circuits, we get the scroll.
But what if the robot is water resistant? And wouldn't the water cause unnecessary damage? And wouldn't the scroll get soaked? I mean,
Vent it, buddy. Don't overthink it.
right, sure. Focus on not overthinking. Concentrate. Wait, am I too focused on it? Am I overthinking? Overthinking?
Yep. Let's wet that back. Okay, adventurer. We got a reading on the Beagle Voice in the temple. Robo Webby's gotta be close by. Head to the Shrine of Elemental Waters.
Okay. Go to
Shrine
the
of-
koi pond near the pagoda.
Okay. So I've seen at least 5 people who said they've sent an email, so
Okay.
that's great.
All right.
Is this the koi pond?
I think so.
Under,
Definitely something out there.
I
All right,
see some
find
fishes.
Find the large rock sticking out. Press OK. Stand at the fence around the koi pond. Press OK. Inspect the sign. What does the caption say?
Sign. Uh-huh. There's
All
some
right.
people using the sign.
Yes, there are some people using the sign, so we're just going to jump ahead and hold on. Make sure I got that right.
Any sign of the robot? I measure the timer keeper. Oh man, this is perfect! Adventurer, use the app to let those
Okay to summon.
Summoning the power of water. Look at the large rock. Ah, there we go. Fountain, waterfall.
Nice. That is very fun. Cool. I think we kind of stirred up the fish a little bit.
Can you show people the fish in there while we...
Yes. Like all the fish are hanging around over here. Maybe they're used to getting fed from this spot. Or maybe they're huddling together for warmth. So that was very cool. We had a chance to activate the effect here. It was a water fountain on the biggest rock. Arlene, thanks for sending the email.
All right, we're back. I've skipped ahead a little bit. But...
Okay.
Albert Schweinstein said before a wizard turned him into a mute. What? Nothing. Forget to say that.
Find the stone lantern near the entrance to the castle.
Entrance to the castle. Okay.
Oh, we got a bead on it. This would be a great way to show a child around these countries and learn the information that's out here.
Yeah. It's fun. It's interactive. Ah, the stone lantern. Okay.
Okay, stand by the sign. What does the caption say?
I see the sign. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. All right, it says, in feudal times, great castles dominated the Japanese countryside. Inhabitants of the castle towns surrounding them found refuge within their mighty walls. The something, or White Egret Castle, overlooking the city of something, is one of the best preserved castles of early Japan. The great beauty and strength of that stronghold are captured in this majestic fortress.
Okay, so the caption starts with the castle.
The stone lantern is the heart of Quackagawa's flame. Trigger the app and summon the elemental power of fire to use against Robo-Webby.
I hope that's real heat. Hold
Could
on.
use some. All right, that was cool.
Okay.
Yes! Triumph! Abject failure!
Whoops. Abject failure.
Cosmic tilts, neither science nor magic can stop it. Perhaps we could ask it politely to stop.
Ducktales! I need your help, adventurer. I've been sidelined on this adventure because the police think that robo-poser is me.
I mean, you're both freakishly unstoppable and a little scary. You both have bows.
Lots of people have bows. They are available at several stores. But that imposter won't have one after I've knocked it off her smoked cybernetic skull. Adventurer, I need you to harness the very power of the Earth itself to crush this bot into submission. There I am. I mean, she is. I mean, it's, in the tunnels under the castle. Okay, go to the shrine of the elemental stone.
Okay. Go to the Zen Rock Garden and find the sign near the path.
Zen Rock Garden.
Is that around the other side, maybe?
This is a question. See if I can get zoomed out
You
here.
work on the Zoom, I'll do a little scouting.
All right, thank you. Zoom, help me. Okay, we may have a permanent zoom. Okay, there we go. Finally back. All right, so we're looking for the Zen Rock Garden. Rhonda sent an email, thank you. Janet says, back by the entrance. Sue sent an email as well, thank you. Michael says, the physical effects are set, so I would expect that the game is constant, unfortunately. I think you're right. I do believe the very same thing. Maybe some of the videos would mix up, but that's a lot of work to put those together, so I'm assuming they're the same as well.
I see some rocks up the hill.
Okay, all right. Someone was suggesting it was towards the front.
I think it's around and towards the front.
Around and towards the front.
Or we could be wrong. Our track record is not too great.
We've been knocking this game out of the park. Oh, we got the drummers getting ready to drum. Ruth says the hats are a hot commodity. Gerald says the rock garden is out front.
Out front?
There's one over here, I think.
That looks more like the thing.
Okay, Janet did say to go left. I think Janet's right. I mean, correct. This looks like
Thank goodness we have these people to help us.
It takes a village. This looks like a rock garden.
All right, inspect the sign. What year was the Shishinden built? First question, where is the sign?
Does anyone see a sign for this rock garden? Someone did a very nice job of raking the rocks.
Hold on a second.
Is there another rock garden?
I don't know. See what the viewers say.
All right, does anyone have any idea on whether or not we are at the right rock garden and if there is a sign for this garden? I can't.
That sign over there. Hold, please.
Okay. Topher's going to run ahead. Maybe it's the sign that's over on the side. Okay, I think Topher found the sign. Barbie was setting down the path, so I think she's right.
Such a proud moment for us.
It's all in the name of fun. It's okay.
Oh, gosh. All right, here we go.
So, the Shishinden, the Great Hall of Ceremonies, inspired this elegant structure, originally part of the Goshu Imperial Palace in Kyoto. The Shishinden was built in 794. It's said to be one of the first true styles of Japanese architecture. Okay.
Okay, so 794, conveniently a choice.
Okay.
Now go to this location by the Zen Rock Garden, look towards the garden, and press OK. So over here by this.
All right, so back over here.
Put the camera on the garden.
All right.
Presumably something will.
This is the source of Bucket Gala's connection to the elemental power of the earth, like rocks and stuff. Use the app to summon that power.
Summon some power.
Oh, can you see it there?
Oh,
Character.
yes. Very cool. Can you do that again?
Sure.
It's the Japanese
Oh, maybe.
name for castle.
Oh,
You
I don't know if
summon
you.
the stones within the very castle walls.
All right, here we go. We're going to do it again. Oh yeah, you can see it now.
Right there. All right, very cool. I didn't know that effect was there. If you didn't know it was there, you would never look to see it.
All right, we've won. I didn't get the final message, but
We did it. All
we're
right.
declaring that we won, even if we didn't.
We're allowed to make the rules for this game.
Yes. And I think it's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock, so that's probably means it's time to wrap up.
I think so.
All right. Well, Topher, it was good to
Before
see
we
you.
cause any more trouble.
Move on before you look suspicious.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the race, and thank you for spending some time with me today.
And remember, if you are interested in a bucket hat, email her, info@worldofwalt.com, $20, send your name. If you'd like more than one, let us know. We'll do a little math once we see how many people are interested and see what we got. But they should be waiting for me when we get back, when I get home, and then we'll have you can plug it again next week, and then at that point we'll process it. This is going to be a one-time deal, so buy it now, because once they're gone, they're gone. So many people, like the idea, and I think it's just fun that there might be this little group of folks out there in bucket hats with the castle wearing a bucket hat. All World of Walt fans.
My bucket hat brethren. Yes. All right. Well, thanks, Topher, and thanks to everyone who has joined us for this broadcast today. It was fun checking out the adventure here in World Showcase with Ducktales. had a chance to spend some time with Topher. It was a lot of fun. So thanks again for joining. Thanks as always for your comments. It was great chatting back and forth, especially when you gave us some hints on how to win the game. Thank you for those likes and shares. And until next time, God bless.